In the Valley of Elah, two armies face each other, a silent prelude to an impending storm. Anxiety grips the soldiers, their faces etched with fear as they await the inevitable clash. Tension hangs heavy in the air as the scene sets the stage for the conflict that looms large over the Valley of Elah. King Saul's tent becomes a cage of worry as he paces restlessly, embodying the Israelites' growing dread of Goliath. Outside, hushed murmurs of fear ripple through the Israelite camp, painting a vivid picture of impending doom. The Israelites' dread of Goliath hangs heavy in the air, threatening to crush their spirits before the battle even begins. In the Valley of Elah, a titan emerges from the Philistine ranks, his armor gleaming, casting an ominous shadow. Goliath's towering figure looms, clad in impenetrable armor, a symbol of invincibility. His challenge reverberates across the valley, a chilling declaration of war that silences all. Goliath shouts, "Is there anyone who will fight me?" Fear permeates the Israelite camp as soldiers huddle together, each avoiding the daunting challenge posed by Goliath. King Saul, in desperation, scans the assembly, offering untold riches for a sliver of courage. A heavy silence descends, amplifying the palpable fear that grips the hearts of the Israelite warriors. Against the backdrop of a serene hillside, David arrives, his youthful face set with determination, as the looming threat of Goliath shatters the peace. His brothers, a knot of anxiety amidst the Israelite soldiers, reflect the palpable fear gripping the valley. The valley trembles as Goliath's voice reverberates, each word a challenge, each taunt a blasphemy. David, halted in his tracks, absorbs the giant's arrogance, his youthful resolve hardening into righteous fury. In the heart of the Israelite camp, young David stands defiant before the towering King Saul, a beacon of resolve amid the warrior's anxiety. David declares with unwavering courage, "I will fight Goliath." Saul, a mixture of disbelief and intrigue etched on his face, questions David's audacity. "You? A mere boy?" David, with unwavering faith, proclaims, "The Lord who delivered me from their paws will deliver me from this Philistine." Impressed by David's unwavering determination, Saul relents with a heavy heart. "Go then, David, may the Lord be with you." In the dim confines of Saul's tent, a struggle unfolds as Saul attempts to adorn David with heavy armor, the metal gleaming ominously. Saul presents a formidable sword, its hilt intricately carved, a symbol of power and might. David, burdened by the heavy gear, takes a few awkward steps, his discomfort palpable, hinting at an inner conflict. Rejecting the trappings of war, David casts aside the armor and sword, embracing his own path. In a moment of quiet defiance, David reaches for his familiar sling and selects smooth stones, symbols of his humble strength. In the Valley of Elah, David strides toward Goliath, a lone figure armed with only a sling and stones. Goliath erupts in scornful laughter, mocking the shepherd boy who dares to challenge him. The air crackles with tension as the shepherd prepares his sling, ready to confront the giant. In the Valley of Elah, the stage is set for an epic confrontation between David and Goliath, where destinies collide. David's unwavering gaze reflects his resolve, a beacon of courage against the looming giant. Goliath's arrogant smirk reveals his contempt, a mask of invincibility that hides the doubt beneath. The air crackles with anticipation as David and Goliath prepare to clash, their fates hanging in the balance. In the Valley of Elah, David prepares to strike, loading his sling with a stone. With unexpected force, David releases the stone, sending it hurtling towards its formidable target. Time seems to slow as the stone races through the air, a silent messenger of destiny. The stone hurtles towards Goliath's forehead, a moment poised between defiance and fate. In the Valley of Elah, a stone hurtles towards Goliath, sealing his fate in a moment of destiny. The stone finds its mark on Goliath's forehead, the impact echoing across the silent battlefield. Goliath, the giant warrior, staggers under the blow, his mighty form faltering as disbelief floods his eyes. With a deafening crash, Goliath falls, his defeat resounding through the valley, marking the triumph of courage over might. In the valley of Elah, David races towards the fallen giant, a whirlwind of determination against the vast landscape. With swift resolve, David seizes Goliath's sword, a symbol of the impossible now within his grasp. In a triumphant surge, David raises the colossal sword high above, the embodiment of victory echoing through the valley. In the valley of Elah, David, in a climactic moment, severs Goliath's head with his own mighty sword. The once mighty Philistine army, now paralyzed in stunned silence, witnesses the impossible defeat of their champion. The silence shatters as chaos erupts, fear and disarray consuming the Philistine ranks. Emboldened by David's triumph, the Israelites surge into the valley of Elah, unleashing a torrent of fury upon the Philistines. Amidst the chaos of battle, the Philistine lines crumble, their once imposing formation dissolving into a desperate retreat. Swords clash and shields shatter as the Israelites, fueled by righteous fervor, relentlessly pursue their fleeing foes across the blood-soaked valley. The valley of Elah transforms into a landscape of victory, echoing with the cries of triumph as the Philistine army is utterly vanquished. The Israelite camp explodes with joyous celebration as torches cast dancing shadows across the tents, painting a vivid picture of triumph. David, the shepherd boy turned hero, is hoisted onto the shoulders of the ecstatic crowd, his face radiant with victory. Saul, the king, observes the spectacle from his tent, his expression a storm of admiration and envy. In the heart of the celebration, a silent battle wages within Saul, as the light of victory reveals the darkness of jealousy. In the valley of Elah, the Philistine army's hasty retreat leaves behind a landscape of abandoned weaponry and supplies. The Israelite army surges forward, a relentless tide of pursuit sweeping across the valley. Amidst the spoils of war, the Israelites reclaim their land, each step resonating with the thunder of victory. Triumphant and soiled, David presents the grotesque head of Goliath, a stark symbol of victory against impossible odds. Saul's gaze, a labyrinth of curiosity and suspicion, scrutinizes the young hero who dared to defy a giant. Saul's suspicions deepen as he examines David's lean frame and calloused hands, questioning the shepherd's audacity. In a moment of intense scrutiny, Saul's probing question echoes. "Tell me, young man, who is your father? From what tribe do you hail?" The Israelite army, etched with grim triumph, returns to the valley of Elah under the radiant sun. Spoils of war, glittering like promises of prosperity, are lifted high. David, once a shepherd boy, now leads with a gaze forged in battle. A wave of jubilation sweeps through the valley as the people erupt in cheers, celebrating a hard-won victory. In the heart of the village, the air pulsates with elation as women sing and dance, their voices soaring in rapturous praise of David's valor. Rhythmic movement and jubilant melodies fill the air, echoing the profound cultural resonance of David's triumph over Goliath. The village becomes a canvas of celebration, each step and note painting a vivid portrait of unity and gratitude. As dusk descends upon the valley of Elah, the setting sun casts long shadows, painting the landscape in hues of gold and crimson. The camera begins its slow ascent toward the heavens, echoing the timeless tale of David and Goliath. The sky ablaze with color, the story of David and Goliath becomes a timeless echo, its message of courage soaring beyond the horizon.